Good evening, y'all. Welcome to another edition of the S.O.B Sports Report Talking S. It is episode 10. We made it to episode 10. Double digits, baby. What's up, Manny? How you doing today?
I feel fantastic. How about you, Nicholas?
I'm feeling great, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. If you dislike it, let us know you don't like it. Let us know why. Let's jump right into today's episode, y'all. Get your hot spoons ready. Let's load up a rail, y'all. We're talking speed. Let's go. Christian, what do you got for us?
All right, guys. Who is the biggest bust in the NFL draft history? Manny, 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
My biggest bust would have to be RG3. He came in with the biggest hype train, drafted right after Andrew Luck was presumed the savior of the well-known then Redskins franchise. Great rookie year, right? Just pushed through an injury, hurt himself, and then continue on, hurt himself in the playoffs. Mike Shanahan did not protect that man.
10 seconds.
And then in his second year, he tried to be Peyton Manning when he's not Peyton Manning, and he never learned how to properly slide, and now he's just the backup to Lamar Jackson in Baltimore.
All right. Perfect timings. All right, Nick. Your turn. 30 seconds. Go.
Ryan Leaf, no question about it. Ryan Leaf, second overall pick in the 1998 draft for the San Diego Chargers at the time. He had a 14 touchdown to 36 interception to touchdown ratio. He had more coke arrests than he did actual touchdowns in the NFL. So Ryan Leaf, no question. One of my favorite locker room freakouts of all time as well. Go check it out.
10 seconds.
No, that's it, Ryan Leaf.
Enough said.
All right, guys. Next question. Who is the greatest combat sports athlete of all time? Manny, take us away.
I have to go Brock Lesnar. I mean, he was the franchise of WWE at 23, and then when he left WWE, he even tried out for the Minnesota Vikings, failed miserably, but then he went to New Japan, became their champion, and the key word is combat sport athlete of all time. He went to UFC, won the heavyweight championship. One was 5-1? I'm not exactly sure about his record,
10
but
seconds.
I believe he finished 5-2.
5-2, and then came back to WWE and became their champion once again for the next 8 years, just pure chaos in WWE.
All right, cut it. All right, Nick, same question. Go.
Respect to Khabib, respect to Demetrius Johnson, respect to Amanda Nunes. The greatest combat sports athlete of all time would be John Bones Jones. Look at his resume. Vitor Belfort, Chael Sonnen, Gustafsson twice, Daniel Cormier twice. The list goes on and on and on. Rampage Jackson, Rashad Evans, Lyoto Machida, the way he was dominating people, the way he's beaten people. His only loss is
10
disqualification loss from a 10-6 elbow on his end. John Jones, greatest combat sports athlete of all time.
Could never give Dan Cormier a fair fight.
All right, back to the NFL. Who in the NFL can go from pretender to contender by next season? Nick, take us away.
LA Chargers. LA Chargers are one or two good offensive linemen, a stout middle linebacker, and some ambiguity in the receiver room away from being a real contender. They have Jeffrey Tilley, Nick Bosa, and then they have Melvin Ingram in terms of pass rushers. Derwin James, some awesome cornerbacks, and then look how awesome Justin Herbert's playing at the moment. They still have a number one receiver in Keenan Allen. They
10
need
seconds.
One more receiver, a little bit more meshing in that room, and I can see the Chargers taking off and being that team.
Wrong Bosa, brother. It's Joey.
Did I say Nick?
You said Nick. But, hey, they're both equally as good.
All right, Manny, same question. Go.
I would have to say the Minnesota Vikings, they have a great foundation in the running game with Devin Cook and a great backup for him just in case he goes down. They need to rebuild the offensive line a little bit, especially at the tackle positions. But you just need to move away from Kirk Cousins. I mean, the man is just definition of garbage time quarterback. And then the defense is still a little young, especially at the cornerback position, and they need to rebuild that defensive line. We're talking MLB right now. Normally, this would be my favorite time of the year, but I just gotta get this off my dangum chest. The Dodgers won the World Series because of the incompetence of the Rays manager. It just infuriates me. You pull your ace pitcher, Blake Snell. I know I'm mispronouncing his name. I'm just that frustrated. He had 9 strikeouts on 1 hit. You pull him out in the 5th inning on the 75 pitch count. I mean, this would be a conversation if it was on a 90 pitch count in the 7th inning. This would be a valid argument, but what the hell are you doing? You had a chance. You're up 1-0, and then you lost 3-1. 3-1. This is the incompetence that's killing me.
Okay, so moving on to the actual factual part of it. Max Muncy and Mookie Betts, they each had 7 hits. And then you're looking at Justin Turner. Then you have Corey Seager. And Corey Seager, who also led the Dodgers in batting average at .400. They each had 2 home runs apiece. So the batting of the Dodgers got the job done for them. As much as you're going to blame anything else, Manny, and get all infuriated, calm the hell down.
It was the batting of the Dodgers that got him.
The batting of the Dodgers looked absolutely amazing. I hate LA, not the city. I just hate all LA sports teams being from Arizona.
Agreed.
So, with that being said, congratulations to the LA Dodgers. You guys did win gold. Awesome batting on your age. Manny, calm down. Moving on. We apologize for Manny's mental breakdown on camera, but let's get right into the next topic. Top 5 quarterbacks, y'all. We're talking about top 5 quarterbacks this season, and in no particular order as well. My top 5 quarterbacks: Russell Wilson, MVP Russ. Even after his 3-interception game against the Cardinals, MVP Russ is still my guy. Patrick Mahomes, he does it all with the great weapons. Smartest quarterback in the league right now in terms of turning over the ball, in terms of ratio.
Okay, gotcha.
And as well as he spread around the ball like a motherfucker. So, with that as well, let's go talk about the guys that you may not agree with or maybe so agree with. Aaron Rodgers, he's doing everything with no sort of weapons. Devontae Adams is his only weapon, and even with Devontae Adams out, he's doing amazing.
Yes, he is.
Then we're going to the last 2. Josh Allen, 16-4 touchdown to interception ratio, 230 rushing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. He's playing absolutely amazing on the number 1 AFC East Bills, which I did predict in episode 2 as well.
He did call it.
Number 5, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray has 67 completion percentage as well. He's leading the NFL in rushing touchdowns with 7 touchdowns as well right now. And let's not forget what he's doing on the ground with 400 plus rushing yards, and he's leading that offense. And let's not forget as well, the Cardinals, 5-2 in the NFC West. What is good, baby? Let's get it. What are you thinking, Manny, for your top 5?
For my top 5, I have to agree with you with Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers. But my 2 different ones are going to be Tom Brady. He's starting to pick it up with that Bucs offense. He added Antonio Brown. Gronk has had at least a touchdown in the last 2 games. And then, Chris Godwin is like his God savior, his security blanket. So, yeah, he's finding his weapons. And then, very underrated this year, this is a weird sentence to say, is Drew Brees. He might be considered a dink and dunk quarterback, but he's still getting the game done.
Drew Brees is my favorite quarterback of all time. Everyone knows this at this point, I'm sure, but he is definitely a dink and dunk quarterback. Honorable mention quarterback as well, Dak Prescott.
I love Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott got hurt. I'm going to say it. He actually didn't bring this up. This is my honorable mention quarterback. Dak Prescott was looking absolutely amazing, averaging 400 passing yards a game. He even missed a game and was still leading the NFL in passing yards. So, shout out to Dak. Cowboys are trash.
I agree. Cowboys are trash this year. I hate saying that.
Cowboys are trash every year. Start 'em, sit 'em, y'all. You know how it goes with us, so take 'em as you must. Manny, who's our rock tossers?
My rock tossers, my stardom is going to be Aaron Rodgers. He's playing the Minnesota Vikings with a terrible secondary, especially at the cornerback position. And they are the 23rd ranked defense. So, and then he's been carving people left and right, even when he's missing Devontae Adams, like he previously said. And then my sit-em is going to be Cam Newton. He's just been terrible the last 2 games, especially since he got COVID. I mean, he's thrown 5 interceptions in the last 2 games, and he's had 7 total. That's not MVP level, Cam.
Alrighty, y'all. Stardoms and sit-ems at wide receiver. For my stardom this week, Brandon Ayuk for the San Francisco 49ers playing against the Seattle Seahawks. He had his first 100-yard game last week. Deebo Samuel is out with an injury for the next few weeks, so he naturally becomes the number 1 wide receiver there as well. And he's playing the Seattle Seahawks, who have allowed the most opposing points against fantasy points for wide receivers against all opponents.
That's disappointing for the Seahawks.
Yeah, but look what they're playing with a cornerback. Griffin, Trey Flowers, suspect at cornerback to say the absolute least. And then for my sit-em as well, you have T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton has had the Phillip Rivers effect. He has had 0 chemistry with him whatsoever. Hasn't had a single game, with 9 points or more as well. It's going to be a tough outing for him, and he's playing the Detroit Lions, who seem to have a thing right in the middle of the pack for sticking around for number 1 wide receivers.
For my stardom tight end, I'm thinking Jonnu Smith. He's had a terrible 2 games, but he's due for a bounce back. And obviously, he's Ryan Tannehill's number 1 target, especially when he's open. I mean, he's just been missing him by this much. And then he's playing the lonely Bengals, whose defense is arguably just as bad as the Dallas Cowboys, especially when it comes to opposing receivers and pass catchers at all. And then for my sit-em, it's going to be Tyler Higbee. Janelle Everett's actually starting to take the bulk of the catches because he's more available with Tyler Higbee's hand issue. And there's just too many mouths to feed with that one ball. Nick, how about the boys that run the ball?
Alrighty, y'all. So for my stardom this week, Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's playing the Las Vegas Raiders. Kareem Hunt is averaging the last 3 or 4 games over 18 points a game in terms for PPR. He's looking absolutely awesome. And then with Nick Chubb still on IR, I think Kareem Hunt's still going to not only receive the bulk of the pass catching in terms of the backfield, but he's going to tote the rock like no other as well. For my sit-em, you have Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram's going to be playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is a top 5 defense.
Okay, gotcha.
And he's been splitting carries with Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobson, and he has a high ankle sprain. I'm always iffy about running backs that have high ankle sprains. So for my sit-em, that would definitely be Mike Ingram versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then for my stardom as well, Kareem Hunt versus the Las Vegas Raiders.
All right, so for a quick snippet of NBA news, we'll find out on Friday if we're going to start the season on December 22nd. But that's the deadline. So check out our Facebook and Instagram for the final decision. See if we're going to have an NBA season starting December 22nd.
Hey, y'all. Thanks again for joining us for another edition of the S.O.B Sports Report Talking S. As always, I'm Nick.
I'm Manny.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. You guys led with us to the double digits. Episode 10, baby. We're going to continue to improve, continue to get better. Let us know in the comments below what you would like to see, what you'd like to see us improve on as well. Appreciate all the love and all the support. Much love. Peace.
If we get 1,000 views, Nick's going to shave his head.
Fuck. Hello. Thanks again for joining us. Oh, dude, I just
You sound like the dude at the
that was pretty
Dragon Ball
funny.
Z.
And goes to view at the same time. It's very weird. She dies. Don't leave me, Murph. Don't leave me, Murph. Fucking gets me every time. Love Matthew McConaughey. All right. All right, I'm ready for this.
All right.
All right. You really think I'm gonna fucking shave my head?
Oh, in a heartbeat, you're a camera whore, dude.
Yeah, I'll do it.